Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise and glory to Yahweh, Bashem Yahushai, Bashem Makakwadash. Double lines to the elders of GMS Ruel. Peace, salutation like Akim in the four corners, percent truth, sincerity. Peace be unto you and Shalom. One of the lessons I want to do about is about social skills. You gotta have some type of social skills in this thing. You have to have it. I mean, that's just in life in general, but in this truth as well, dealing with brotherhood, you have to have some type of social skills. You just can't just you know have this unfiltered talk to anybody however you want to talk to, and that's just me, and you shouldn't take it that way. No, you gotta have some type of social skills to you. This is Proverbs chapter 16 verse 24. Pleasant words are as honeycomb, Salakia. Pleasant words are as an honeycomb, sweet to the soul and health to the bones. So sometimes how you talk to somebody makes all of the difference. Sometimes the tone of your voice makes all of the difference. You have to know how to do that. You have to have pleasant words. And having pleasant words is guess what? Social skills. You gotta know when to you gotta know when to dial it back, when to vent. There's a time and place for everything. You know, you have some brothers who might live with other brothers. Or some brothers who might, let's say, he asks another brother for help to help him, let's say, move something for his mom, or he lives with his parents or whatever, or let's say his dad, passed away or something like that, where he needs to basically have a brother come around his family or whatever. Well, you have to have the social skills to know that this person, first you have the mind to understand that this person is in the world, and you got to still talk to this person with respect and not, you know, going and cussing them out for laws that you see that they're breaking, when truth be told is they're in the world, and they're they're not even newborn babies. They're just straight, just grown ass wine bottles. You know, don't you think if the person could be rebuked and brought to the truth, that the brother would have brought his own family member in? You think you're the exception? No. So just don't go around just being over righteous. There's some social skills that you gotta display in this truth, in this ministry. And if you don't have any, you're gonna run into a lot of problems, a lot of issues. I see it. I've seen it plenty of times. You some people have extremely poor social skills, and then they cause conflict between them and another person, and now because they refuse to examine themselves, they think something's wrong with them, the other person, not once considering, man, maybe I need to have better social skills. Maybe I need to learn how to teach, you know, better, or speak, in a better way, because there's different ways you can get your point across, and not always being mad and pissed off. Means you gotta mature in this thing. You know, a lot of times when emotions are high, logic is very very low. So a, you can't make a bunch of decisions while you're mad and pissed off. You can't just be this Israelite. I'm pissed off 24/7. Sometimes you gotta actually use rationale. Sometimes you gotta use logic and common sense. You go in there for a job interview. Guess what? It's your social skills that's going to be the first impression that your potential boss gets. Guess what? If you don't have any, guess what? He's not gonna hire you. Oh, but if you can display social skills to get a job, well then you can display social skills around the brethren. That same level of courtesy, you can you can exemplify that and show that around the brotherhood. Because ain't no job when you go to get a job and you just pissed off. You got to know how to you know be angry and still you know you know manage and walk through this world. Nobody likes being in captivity, but there's times where every time you anger, don't have to express an attitude, shall I say. Sometimes you could just be silent, quiet, and just angry. Everything doesn't require you to just explode. That's a lot of times what I see in brothers who just woke up. They're as wise as a serpent, and no, excuse me, other way around. Wise as a dove and harmful as a serpent. Just completely, off the chain, off the hinges. And you see how the elders have matured over the years. And the elders aren't, basically behaving like how they were in early 2005s and 2006s. We're in a different social climate than that time. And on top of that, they kind of had to be rough men. The some of the stories the elders had to go through, getting jumped by other Israelite camps, stuff like that. You got to have an edge to you. But brothers and camps out here now, I ain't never really been through nothing to even justify having the rough edges that you walking around with, just being a complete asshole for no reason. Just just wanting to start, drama and issues with anybody. Whether it's at camp, you just want to, just start shit just to go viral or just to get attention, just to, that stuff is off. This is St. John chapter 3 and verse 17. It says, "For God sent not his Son into the world to condemn the world, but that the world through him might be saved. He that believeth on him is not condemned, but he that believeth not is condemned already, because he have not believed in the name of the only begotten Son of God." So a person not believing, they're already condemned. So sometimes it's not necessary to go in, and condemn everybody. Yahweh Shai, he often, got on the scribes and the Pharisees. They were the ones that was leading people astray. But did he go around and walk around every single body who had sinned and just rebuke them? No. There's like the incident with the woman that committed adultery. He knew all what those women who had picked up those stones did, but did he walk around 24/7? Oh, you need to do this, you need to do that. No, no, he didn't just go around do that. That if if he would have went around doing that, condemning everybody who ever sinned, and I know you sinned, and you did like Judas. He knew what Judas was going to do. I mean, he knew everything, but he wasn't going around walking around to condemn every single body for every single sin. You know that would be, you know, exhausting. It would be repelling, and that was not what he was sent to do. Verse 18: He that believeth on him is not condemned, but he that believeth not is condemned already, because he have not believed in the name of the only begotten Son of God. And this is the condemnation, that light is come into the world, and men loved darkness rather than light, because their deeds were evil. There's a light to you. There's some people that's not going to like, even if before you even open your mouth, there's going to be something that a lot of people are not going to like about you, just because you have that light and they like that darkness. And people hate darkness. So you're going to have some people who genuinely don't, you know, like to be associated with you. But guess what? You Scripture says, if possible, be peaceable with all men. You know, all right, you got some homosexuals that are in your family. Don't go around rebuking all the homosexuals in your family and saying and pulling out, you know, Genesis. You know, when you wake up, you might do that a little bit, you know, or just to, you know, show your family that I'm into this, I'm down to this, and and maybe you might gullible, you think that you might can change it, but eventually, if your brother's a mole, then guess what? You're just gonna have to just interact and deal with your brother accordingly. You know, you stay away from as much as you can, but you still remain cordial. Let me grab this precept over here in Revelations. You know, because you're gonna you might have a family that's a mole. You know, you might have a brother, that's a mole. You know, a sister, a cousin, a father, stepfather, whatever. Hey, you might even have a son that's a mo. And you have to basically still interact with people accordingly. You know, that doesn't necessarily mean you have to trim your ways to seek love. I'm not saying that. You're not trying to seek their love and their attention, their acceptance. But however, you don't want to go around rebuking everybody on every single thing that they've did wrong. You don't, you know, I'll grab that in Acts real quick before I get this in Revelation. Because there's levels to this. This is Acts chapter 15, verse 20. Wait, that's 16. 15 and 27. We have sent therefore Judas and Silas, who shall also tell you the same things by mouth, for it seemed good to the Holy Spirit and to us to lay upon no greater burden than these necessary things, that they abstain from meats offered to idols, and from blood, and from things strangled, and from fornication, from which if ye keep yourselves, ye shall do well, fare ye well. So we basically put a very, very light yoke around people who were just waking up. How much less than the people who aren't woken up? You know, you expecting them to basically be at the same level. Don't expect them to be the same level of you. You know, many are called, few were chosen. This is another Last one I'm gonna end off on Revelation. Chapter 22 and verse 12. No, 22 and 11. He that is unjust, let him be unjust still. He that is filthy, let him be filthy still. He that is righteous, let him be righteous still. And he that is holy, let him be holy still. So, what does that mean? I mean, the time is coming close where you're not going to basically be rebuking every single body, with every single thing that they do wrong. When you're on the highways and the byways, those are some of the best times to do it. Because you can tell people their transgressions. But when you going up about your daily life, you see somebody eating a hot dog. Hey, brother, that got pork in it. You shouldn't be eating that, brother. Brother, you shouldn't be doing that. Woman, you should be wearing pants. You'll go crazy. You'll wear yourself out doing that. Because everybody is transgressing. Everybody is committing adultery. So basically, having some social skills, to this thing. Not knowing to give all praises to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, Bashim Kakodash, double honors to the elder GMS well. Peace, salutations, and shalom.